Welcome back to RuggedMade. I'm Jared.
Hey, I'm Joe.
So you guys know Joe, he runs our social media, and we're over at his house because he's got this pile of wood. Where'd this come from?
We cleared some land and took down about 15 trees. So now I have this giant pile of wood that we need to take care of.
So it's mid-April here, it's a beautiful day today, so we figured we'd come over here with a 322, get some splitting done, and as long as we were here, we had some R&D ideas that we wanted to try out as well. So this is a 322, and if you're familiar with the 300 series RuggedMade log splitter, you know it's usually available with either a 6.5 horse powering an 11 gallon per minute two-stage pump, or the 10 horsepower engine powering a 13 gallon per minute pump. Well, we talked to a lot of customers and we've got a survey going, and one consistent theme we hear is, I like them to go fast. I want a quick cycle time. Whether we're talking to a homeowner or someone who sells firewood, you know, time's money. It's also more time you can spend on your boat fishing. Whatever the reason, people like fast splitters. And so what we've got here is a 420cc Raven engine. That's the standard engine on our 700 series, and it's normally hooked up to a 22 gallon per minute two-stage pump. That's a pretty standard package. And the alternative to that would be a Honda GX390 turning the same 22 gallon per minute pump. Well, as many of you may know, the next level up from that is a 28 gallon per minute two-stage pump. Normally, to power that pump, you got to bump up to usually a V-twin. You know, Honda has them, the GX630, that series, Briggs Vanguard. Anyway, the bigger engines, you're talking 16, 18 horsepower minimum, and that's pretty much what you need to turn the big pump so that it doesn't bog down. We've hooked that 28 gallon per minute pump up to Honda GX390s in the past, and it just really can't handle it under certain circumstances when it's, you know, really loaded down, splitting a log, or even sometimes just the high flow running a log lift up and down. Well, a lot of people have told us that they're buying the 28 gallon per minute pump and they're hooking it up to the 420 because that extra 30 cc of displacement seems to be enough power to close the gap so it can run that 28 gallon per minute pump. So that's what we're out here to do. So we've got the Raven 420 here, but that is a 28 gallon per minute two-stage pump. So we're gonna fire it up, we're gonna split a bunch of wood, and we're gonna see what we get for cycle times. I mean, the 322 has already got a large diameter rod, and that makes it pretty fast, particularly on the return. But let's see what happens when we soup it up with this big engine and big pump. So what are we gonna be splitting today?
Most of the trees were oak or pine, so we have a good amount of that. There's a little bit of red cedar mixed in, but that's pretty much it for those three species. All
right, so there's gonna be some easy to split stuff where we should see the best case out and back cycle time. It's certainly gonna get bogged down on some of this heavier stuff, but that's the real world. There's knots and things, and that's what we're gonna see how it handles. Well, let's get splitting.
All right, sounds good.
Well, that was fun.
Yeah, that was fast. It was a blast too. We got a lot done. Pretty excited about it.
So the idea today, see just how fast can we run a 322 if we're moving that much fluid through it. So we were getting just a hair over 6 second out and back cycle times, about 6.2 seconds on average.
Yeah, I was kind of hoping you were going to bring over a 700 so we could get through this a little faster, but the 300, the power today and the speed today was awesome. We got through a ton. I mean, this took us roughly, 15, 20 minutes to get through this stuff right here.
Yeah,
So
I mean, we ran into just a couple of knots that we had to tackle a couple different ways. Everything else went through no problem.
Yep.
A lot of this stuff was pretty easy to split, so that's where we really saw consistent 6.2 second out and back cycle times. And even the harder ones to split, a lot of that time savings is on the retract, because that's when both stages of the pump are pumping, and that's also when that large diameter rod is playing, saving a lot of time. So let us know in the comments, because there is more that we can do to soup that thing up even more. And people tell us that they want it fast. I mean, yeah, they need enough power to split the type of stuff that people get for wood, but we can make it go even faster. Let us know what you're looking for in terms of speed versus power, and whether you'd run a bigger engine like that to get that really quick cycle time.
All right, this was homeowner stuff basically, and I'm going to use it for campfires and whatnot, and it was fast. We got it done quick, and we didn't have an issue with power at all, so it was great.
Yeah. So thanks for watching, and be sure to check us out in the next video.